Hi, and welcome back to the restaurant show. We're just getting started, and Rob's already got his glass of wine going. What is going on? This is Rob Grether with Dashelitos. I love having you because you make all these great dishes with a special touch, which is?
I try and incorporate my hot sauce into the dishes I prepare here. So I kind of make stuff up. I think people who have seen me on here before know sometimes I kind of, just say, oh yeah, this is something I'm going to try today or something I've done, but I'm not, we don't do a lot of measuring, unfortunately, so we kind of let it fly.
You know what, that's the old school way to make things though. The recipes didn't used to be so precise. It used to be a dash of this and a pinch of this, and then you do it to taste, right?
And that's the key with, especially with spicy foods. Some people want them spicier than others, So, we brought some things today. We're going to try and get two things in, but,
we'll
one.
See how it goes.
Yeah, one we did some prep work. We did take an eggplant, and we're looking at making a baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is another name for like just an eggplant salad that's a puree.
Yes.
So what
it's just fun to say.
Yeah, baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush.
So I cut the eggplant, cut it right down the middle. And then once you have it open, you score it a little bit, you put some salt, some other things, you put some olive oil on it, you take the two sides of the eggplant, put them down on a baking sheet, cut the back open a little bit, but you put it in the oven at about 300, 350 for 25, 30 minutes. Okay. And then you're roasting the eggplant.
So you've roasted this eggplant?
No, not this one.
Oh,
this is new. I just brought it so that what I did is I roasted it, and then ultimately what I came up with is this is roasted eggplant.
Got it. Okay, that makes more sense.
What I did once it was roasted, I cut out all the guts, or kind of scooped out all the guts.
Yeah.
Put them in here. I also had some roasted garlic that I put on the same pan at the same time to roast it. Okay. Get it nice and soft. So so
you can do them both at once. You don't have to separate.
Exactly. Okay, so that's fairly convenient. It's a pretty easy thing to do. I didn't really, know a whole lot of other things to do with eggplant, but it's a really delicious, nutritious kind of alternative to some of your more standard vegetables.
Yeah, well, this is what we were talking about before the show started, which is it's that time of year where you're always around food, right? Somebody's baking, you're in the kitchen, you're entertaining.
Football.
Yes, you know it. So there's all these unhealthy snacks around you, but there's a way to snack without it being like breaking the calorie bank.
And I'm trying to figure that out because I'm apparently on a diet right now.
He's working on it.
That's why I grew a beard, so you couldn't see that my face was kind of...
That's a good diet plan. Just cover anything up. I like it. But this is another good one.
So it's olive oil on eggplant. So if we didn't do anything to deep fry or any, olive oil, great option for, adding oil, frying, or whatever, however you're going to do it. This was just baked, so you didn't do anything crazy.
Okay.
So when I was done with that, we got this.
You took the insides out.
We just scooped it out, and then we put it in here. We took the garlic as well, so we've got some little piece of garlic.
Yeah.
You can put it into a food processor, or you can just smash it.
Yeah, and so what you did, because I got to replicate this. This is chopped.
That's just garlic that you could use instead of a clove of roasted garlic.
Okay, so you could chop your own and put it on the pan.
To say, look, here's what you could do.
Or you could scoop in, do the easy way. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
So we did that. We've got, like I said, the roasted garlic and some eggplant in here. I've even got a little bit of carrot I diced in just to give it a little bit of crunch.
You can add whatever you want.
Yeah,
really.
I brought some carrots. Now we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. You can, add it in any number of different ways.
Yep.
You can go buy lemon juice or whatever, but just squeezing a little bit in.
No, if you're cooking in front of people, you'll look much more impressive with the fresh lemon. That's the deal, right?
Yeah, so we've got that in there. And then we're going to take a little bit of this, and this is kind of where it gets a little bit more low fat. I'm actually using a non-fat Greek yogurt.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Greek yogurt. It's a little bit heavier anyways, as far as just like texture, so you can get away with non-fat. It still tastes good.
And again, it gets kind of creamy in there, so it helps kind of with that consistency of making it smooth.
Yeah, okay.
You add a little bit more. We're going to add a couple of other...
Add to taste. This is what I was talking about.
Right. And consistency, because some people don't want it to be too creamy or too, wet or any kind of thing like that. So you kind of go with something like that. I then add a little bit of Dashelitos. Okay. As I've told people before, they all work really well in different capacities. Okay. The new blueberry has gone great in some different things. I don't know that it would go so...
Yeah, that might not be a good fit.
Would go so well with the eggplant, exactly. But I think, even the Caribbean curry, just because it has a little bit of
I like that one. I've had that
fruitiness to it.
Yeah. Look at all these kinds. Do you know offhand how many you make?
Well, I've got 6 flavors here.
Okay.
And then we have the new jerk sauce, which some people have seen.
Okay.
So, you just kind of roll this in. And then we're going to add a little bit more because you don't want to overdo it. It's always easier to add more.
Yeah, you can't take it out once it's in.
Exactly.
You'd have to roast another eggplant. Add the eggplant.
So we've got that in there. And again, this is just a real simple puree. If we wanted to put it in a food processor, we could.
Sure.
You take a little bit of parsley.
Yeah, I guess if you want it really smooth, but I like it, the chunky that we're doing.
Yeah.
Good.
Parsley, fairly flavorless, or it's almost more like a garnish. If you were to set it into a nice bowl and really being, able to prepare it, you'd kind of set it out. But it has some nutritional value as well. Again, this is a pretty.
Whoops, we lost one.
Whoops.
That's okay.
Good thing I have more.
You may know where to get a few of those.
Yeah. So now we've basically just got our simple baba ganoush. We brought some pita chips, also very Middle Eastern, but they're baked pita chips. They've got half the fried calories or whatever. So you can take a little scoop of that, or I can give you a little scoop like this and put it on a little chip.
Okay,
and
you scoop it up. I'm hearing all this low-calorie stuff, so I'm excited to find out if it tastes low-cal.
I think it should, or it shouldn't. I don't think it does. I think it doesn't.
That's awesome.
So you'll taste a little bit of garlic. You'll taste some lemon probably.
It's so good.
And it's got a little bit of creaminess to it.
Yep, it sure does. It's got a little kick too. No lie.
And that Caribbean curry comes on at the end.
Yep.
But I think it works well with it. So
it does.
Another.
Wow, that's so good. Yeah, I love that one. We're gonna put the recipe up for them, aren't we? Or at least the ingredients. Okay, good. That's a great one. Well, we only have a few seconds left, so I guess we're not doing the other one. But
no, I'll eat that one later.
Give me another scoop of that one, and we'll head to break. Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
Dashelitos, lots of delicious hot sauces. You can use them in all kinds of different recipes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back with more Restaurant Show.